Hello students, welcome to this fourth lecture of the kinetic theory of gases and the radiation. So in the previous lecture we have discussed about the monoatomic gases, polyatomic gases and diatomic gases. Now after that we have discussed about the absorptivity, reflectivity, that's the reflectance, and after that we have discussed about the transmittivity, means the transmittance. Now after that we will discuss the next part of this chapter in this video. So students, now we will learn about perfect black body. A body which absorbs the entire radiant energy incident on it is called as ideal or perfect black body. Thus, for a perfect black body, A is equal to 1. Your A means the absorptivity, means the extent of absorption is equal to 1. Any surface that absorbs all the energy incident on it and does not reflect any energy, therefore appears black unless its temperature is very high to be self-luminous. So the lamp black or the platinum black that absorbs nearly 97% of incident radiant heat resemble the perfect black body. This is the definition of the black body, that when the ray of radiant is incident over the black body, then about 90% of the radiant heat energy get absorbed by that black body, and that is nothing but the perfect black body. Now students, the next term we will learn is Fairy's black body. Now students, in the Fairy's black body, it consists of a double-walled hollow sphere having a tiny hole or aperture. As you can see in the diagram, it is the one of the double-walled hollow sphere. So it is the sphere having double wall, means as you can say there is one outer wall is there and inner wall is there to this Fairy's black body, and there is a small tiny hole or the aperture you can call, through which the radiant heat can enter. Means this small that aperture or the hole has been provided just to make enter that radiant ray or the radiant heat inside that body, inside that double walled hollow sphere. Now the sphere between, after that the space between the walls is evacuated, means space between the two walls has been evacuated, as you can see in the diagram, and the outer surface of the sphere is silvered. As you can see, there is double walled hollow sphere is there and it having two walls. So the outer wall of that sphere has been silvered, means covered with the, means the covered, as we can say that plated with the silver metal, and the inner surface of the sphere is coated with the lamp black, means which is the perfectly black metal or perfectly black body material. So there is conical projection on the inner surface of the sphere opposite the aperture. As you can see, exactly in front of, exactly opposite of the hole provided or aperture, there is one conical projection is provided at the inner surface of the sphere, and which is exactly opposite to that of aperture. Now the projection is ensure that a ray traveling along axis of aperture is not incident normally on the surface and is therefore not normally on the surface and therefore not reflected back along the same path. Means the radiant heat energy which will be allowed to pass through that small aperture or hole will not be normally make incident over that conical projection, because it will get reflected back again to the same path, so there will not be any reflection we can obtain. Thus the radiant projection which will be allowed to make fall inside that hollow sphere will not be in normal to that conical projection, so it will be making some angle to that projection with the axis. Now the radiation entering through the small hole has negligible chance of escaping back through the wall hole, means as you can say it will be making some angle from the ray of incident radiant energy. Now a heat ray entering the sphere through the aperture suffers multiple reflections and is almost completely absorbed inside. means it will be making some angle to that angle of incidence. That's why the conical projection will be reflected again that incident radiation and will be reflected many times inside that conical hollow sphere whose inner surface has been uh, covered with the that lamp black color. So thus it will suffer the multiple reflections and it is almost completely absorbed inside. So there will not be any single chance to get that out of from the same aperture from which the incident radiant energy has been allowed to fall inside that double walled sphere. So thus the aperture behaves like a perfect black body. In the similar construction, when used a cylindrical body with the vertical slit as an aperture, this gives greater effective area as a perfect black body. Means this is, you can say that we are just allowed to fall the radiant energy inside that that sphere, which inside the sphere whose inner surface has been covered with the lamp black colors, and which will be first of all fall over that conical projection. After that it will be reflected multiple and the entire radiant energy will be reflected again and again. Thus the entire that energy of radiant will be get absorbed. So this is how the black body will work. So if you use the when used cylindrical body with the vertical slit, then it will be more effective as compared to this Fairy's black body. So this is the Fairy's black body concept and the phenomenon that we have learned. If the question will be there in the exam, then first of all you have to draw the neat labeled diagram and the naming, that the outer wall, inner wall, that the conical projection, that aperture. Then after the neat label diagram you have to explain it point wise, then you will get the marks very easily. So in this way you have to solve this question. After this Fairy's black body, the next part we will learn is the emission of heat radiation. So in 1792, the Pierre Prevost published a theory of radiation known as the theory of exchange of heat. Now, according to this theory, the all bodies at the all temperature above the 0 Kelvin. 0 Kelvin means how much degree, students? 0 Kelvin means it is about, means you have to add just 273 degrees to convert it into the Kelvin, then it will be get converted into the Kelvin. So absolute zero temperature means this is the exact absolute zero temperature. So radiant thermal energy, and at the same time they absorb the radiant received from the surrounding. The amount of thermal radiation emitted per unit time dependent on the nature of emitting surface, its area and its temperature. Hotter bodies radiate at the higher rate than the cooler bodies. What they have told us, hotter bodies radiate at higher rate, means the hotter body has been radiating higher with the higher rate than that is the cooler bodies. Now the light colored bodies reflect most of the visible radiations, whereas the dark colored bodies absorb most of the incident visible radiation. So as we have already learned in the black body phenomenon, that the body which is having the color which are very intense, means they are capable to reflect the as much as radiant rays of the radiant energy than that of the surface of the black body which is having the black color, will be absorbing the more of the radiant energy, as we have learned in the black body phenomenon. So for a body, the absorbed radiant increases the kinetic energy of the constituent atom oscillates about their mean position. Means students, the science behind this is the bodies having the absorbed radiant increases kinetic energy, means as they will get incident over the surface which is almost white, will be increasing its kinetic energy, which is constituents atom oscillates about their mean position, will be at the higher rate than that of the black body. So we have already learned that the average translation kinetic energy determines the temperature of the body. The absorbed radiation therefore the causes a rise in temperature of the body. The body itself also radiates, therefore its energy decreases, causes the lowering of temperature. If a body radiates more than it absorbs, its temperature increases and vice versa. When the rate of absorption of a radiation is same as that of the rate of the emission of the radiation, the temperature of the body remains constant. What they have told the students, when the rate of absorption of radiation means how much radiation will be incident out of that that radiant energy will be absorbed, that the rate of radiation absorption of radiation is same as that of the emission of radiation, the temperature of the body remains constant. Means as the radiant heat energy will be incident over that particular surface, the same amount of with the same rate the radiant heat energy will be absorbed. So the total temperature of the body will be remain constant in this case. So the body is said to be in thermal equilibrium with the surrounding. Thus, at room temperature means in fact for the temperature T lower than the 800 degrees Celsius, the thermal radiation corresponds to the wavelengths longer than those of visible light, and hence we do not see them. When the body is heated, the radiant energy corresponds to the shorter wavelength. Means when the body is colder, means at the room temperature, the thermal radiation corresponds to the wavelengths longer than that of the visible light. And as the body will be get heated, then the body radiant heat energy corresponds to the shorter wavelength. So for temperatures around 800 degrees Celsius, part of the energy emitted in the visible range and the body appears red. So this is how you can say for the temperature around 800 degrees Celsius, the part of energy emitted is in the visible range. So body appears red. At around the 3000 degrees Celsius, it looks white hot. The filament of tungsten lamp appears white hot as its temperature is around 300 degrees Celsius. So this is the science behind the body appears that is blowing, the things which is blowing like a bulb, and the things which we can see whether it is red color or pale red or any other color we can determine, which is based on its wavelength, as we have learned in this phenomenon. So thus we can say amount of heat radiated by the body depends on the factors we are going to learn is amount of heat radiated by the body depends on the absolute temperature of the body, that as we have already learned that how the wavelength is varies, how does its color matter, and how does its reflectivity, absorptivity and its transmittivity will be dependent. So the first factor is the absolute temperature of the body T, means the heat radiated by the body depends on the absolute temperature. And the second one is the nature of body, the material nature of surface, the polished or not. And the second one is obviously it will be dependent on the surface whether it is well polished or not. If the surface is well polished, then there is a maximum chances of maximum reflection of that incident radiant energy. And as it will not be well polished, so it will be closer to the black body phenomenon and the black body concept. So there will be the possibility to absorption of that radiant heat energy. So it will be also dependent on the nature of the body, means the material, nature of surface, polished or not, etc. And the third one factor is the surface area of the body, means that how much area of cross section or how much area is involved in that incident ray radiant heat energy. So the surface area is also matters, means surface area will also depends. So the fourth one is the time duration of for which the body emits the radiation. So the time duration is one of the most important factor, means as you will radiant heat energy will allow to fall on that particular surface having the particular cross section area, the amount of temperature will be dependent on that. So that's how it will dependent, it's a wavelength, thus it's a color, that whether it is red or pure white. So the temperature will be most important factor that we have to just consider. These are the four factors. So the amount of heat radiated Q is directly proportional to the surface area A, time duration T. Therefore the convenient to consider the quantity of the heat radiant per unit area per unit time. Thus this is defined as the emissive power or the radiant power R of the body is given as the temperature T, R is equal to Q by AT. So the dimensions of the emissive power are L raised to 0, M raised to 1 and T raised to the radiant power will be equal to the amount of heat radiated upon the area of cross section into the time for which that radiant heat has been allowed to fall over that particular surface. So this is what we have learned in this video. So the next part of this chapter we will learn in